aspect of rider biomechanics focuses on the rider in detail. A rider wants their horse to be straight, supple, balanced, etc., but a horse cannot be any of these if their rider is hindering rather than helping them due to their own position and balance problems. Please be sure to give this video the thumbs up, and if you'd like to become a better rider, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified when a new video becomes available every week. Hi there, my name is Jane Myers. I'm also known as the Horse Rider's Mechanic. This short video is about rising trot. It starts with what should happen in rising trot, then what shouldn't happen in rising trot, and then just one of several lessons from the Horse Rider's Mechanic online course about rising trot. Hope you enjoy the video. Many riders know and regularly use rising or posting trot. What should happen? Your seat should rise up and forward and down and back, rather than straight up in the air and down again. It should follow an arc shape with the top end of your thigh swinging forwards and backwards. Your seat should land softly in the saddle and rise up and forward again with very little effort. Your hands should stay still, which means that your elbows should open and close slightly as your seat goes up and forward and down and back. All of this should happen in precise time with the movements of your horse's back. This involves muscular effort when carried out properly. However, once you learn how to move efficiently and learn how to harness the upward movement of your horse and the downward force of gravity to your advantage, it becomes much easier. In time, as your muscles and skills develop, it becomes almost effortless. What should not happen? Becoming overly tired, other than what can be explained by a lack of fitness, and upsetting your horse. Landing too heavily or even double bumping, where your seat lands a fraction of a second too early before the upwards bump from your horse happens. Losing the stirrups, especially the inside one on a circle. Rising too high or rising too low. Getting left behind, in which case you will tend to land too far back in the saddle. Twisting your upper body as you rise. Or pulling or jerking on your horse's head as you rise and sit. Rising Trot Lesson 1. Rising to the trot with accuracy and strength. As a rider rises to the trot, their knee joint should open and close with their lower legs staying engaged underneath them. The knee end of their thigh should be still, while the hip end of their thigh should describe a small arc. Another way of describing this is that the thigh should behave like the upside-down pendulum of an old-fashioned clock, with the knee staying still and the hip swinging forward to describe part of a small circle. Therefore, rising to the trot is not a very accurate term for what you actually do, because if you literally go up and down, you tend to get left behind the movement of your horse, because your horse is moving forward and you are not. If instead you work on getting your thigh to work correctly, rising becomes much easier and smoother as you move forward with your horse. So, each time your seat leaves the saddle, your hips should move in a forward arc. Your seat should land cleanly but softly. Your seat should touch down at the precise same moment that your horse's hind leg bumps you back up. To begin this lesson, ask your horse to trot and begin rising to the trot. As much as it is safe to do so, turn your attention to thinking about engaging the muscles at the lower end of your thighs to control your rise and your sit. Instead of simply allowing the upward bump of your horse to throw you up and gravity to bring you back down again, you are now controlling the speed and height of your rising and sitting by using the muscles in your thighs. If you've not already been doing this, then you may find it very tiring at first. The good news is that your thigh muscles are usually very quick to respond and quickly adapt to this increased workload. As you rise, take your hips towards your horse's ears. For those of you that like visualizations, imagine that there is an elastic band attached to your navel at one end, with the other end attached to your horse's poll. That's the area between his ears. Every time your seat leaves the saddle, this invisible elastic band takes your hips towards your horse's ears rather than straight up in the air. Remember, your horse is moving forward, therefore you must too, or you will be left behind the movement. Your shoulders should be just slightly in front of your hips through both the rise and the sit phases. Your knees should never fully open. If they do, you are rising too high and/or your stirrups are too long. You should find that you can now control how high you rise. You should now be able to rise higher and faster, or slower and lower if you wish. This does not mean that you should be rising high and fast. You should in fact be rising only as far as is necessary, but you now have the means to control your rising. Rising Trot Lesson 1. Learning to rise to the trot with accuracy and strength. Quick summary of this lesson. Engage the muscles in your thighs to control the speed and height of your rising. Move your hips towards your horse's ears as you rise. Keep your shoulders slightly in front of your hips. Don't overstraighten your knees. You are ready to move on to the next lesson when you can rise to the trot with accuracy and strength without tiring. Also when you can move forward with your horse without getting left behind the movement. The Horse Rider's Mechanic books and the Horse Rider's Mechanic online course have many lessons like this one. These lessons will improve your riding out of sight. Why not have a look? You can read the first chapters of each of these books on the website. See the links below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it the thumbs up. And if you'd like to learn more about improving your position and balance, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so that you get a notification when we release a new video every week. Please share this video with your fellow riding friends and please leave a comment below with what you found interesting.